Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you tonight with the 13th edition of Slammiversary. This is the 2015 show that went down tonight on pay-per-view. Lots of people talking about this show. Basically, if you watch the show, this was a 3-hour commercial to make sure you don't miss Impact on Wednesday nights on Destination America. It's funny how they would draw you in to pay $50 to watch the show in high definition on pay-per-view, only to treat it like it's a commercial that, hey, all the big matches are actually going to be for free, and they're going to be on Destination America, so make sure you flip it on. We got 8 matches during this, pretty good, show. All in all, I got home about an hour into the show, but James Storm versus Magnus and the King of the Mountain matches were both highlights of the night. Very, very fun. During this, we had the parts that I missed. Tiger Uno beat Manic and DJZ in a three-way elimination for the X Division Championship. Robbie E in a match that I will go back and make sure I checked out. He beat Jesse Goddard in a singles match. And then we go into the street fight. Bram beating Matt Morgan. And now, to sweeten up the pot, we go to Austin Aries, who beat Davey Richards in one hell of a match. This is, thought of as one of Austin Aries' last matches in TNA. Where he goes from here, not sure. Lots of people thinking that he'll sort of join Global Force or maybe go back to Ring of Honor. Austin Aries, a big name that came from Ring of Honor, of course. A big name that didn't even want to go to TNA. Austin Aries tried to go to WWE. He even tried to try out for Tough Enough. He was somebody that, I believe USA was pushing on WWE to put on the show because he's a big wrestling star. And WWE didn't even want him. He goes to TNA, ends up becoming a long-running X Division Championship, is the first guy to cash in his X Division belt to become World Heavyweight Champion, beating Bobby Roode. Now this guy is basically wrestling his last match, and he's going to be gone. Austin Aries beat Davey Richards, and what doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But Austin Aries beat him. With this, he got to pick the stipulation of the last match, which is going to be match 5 for the TNA Tag Team Championship. And from there, Austin Aries says that he wants the last match to be a gauntlet match, not a gauntlet match, but a Iron Man match. I apologize. And whoever gets the most pinfalls or submissions is going to be your new, tag team champions. Honestly, in my opinion, I'm picking the Wolves to win that one, and that's just me. From there, we go to Awesome Kong and Brooke, going 2-on-3 against the Dollhouse in this. Brooke is able to get the pinfall. I can't remember which one she pinned, but it would make more sense if she pinned Taryn Terrell. But the big thing for this match was that it's going to be Awesome Kong versus Brooke versus Taryn Terrell for the Knockouts Championship, the match that was supposed to take place on Slammiversary, but it was instead moved to just being on an episode of Impact. I kept waiting for Awesome Kong to turn on Brooke, seeing how, who cares if they win this match? There's no stipulation that if the Dollhouse wins, there's no title defense or anything like that, but instead Kong and Brooke win and celebrate together, and they immediately move on to wanting to fight each other and see who gets the best of Taryn Terrell to become the Knockouts champion. But good showing from the Dollhouse, hot as hell, always. Taryn Terrell, one of my favorites. From there we go to James Storm going against Magnus. This was a non-sanctioned match if anything happens. And basically this match was outside of the ring and into the back before anything happened. Big highlights was James Storm, giving a suplex to Magnus, going through one of the production tables in the back. They fought to the back where all the high voltage cables were. Hebner kept on yelling, "High voltage, high voltage, high voltage, get out of here." They fight through the back. Pretty cool thing. It makes the powers flicker throughout the impact zone. It makes the impact set basically lose its feed, and it was a pretty cool sight to see in the impact zone. They get back into the ring. ring. Everybody hits their finishers. Everybody kicks out. Storm tries to blind Magnus with some chalk that's ringside. Magnus ends up flipping it around. Magnus should have got the win, but because of the chalk flying into Hebner's eyes, he wasn't able to make the pinfall. One thing leads to another where both guys go and grab beer bottles because of James Storm on the outside. They both had the same idea at the same time. They both come to the middle of the ring. They clank each other over the head. Storm falls on top of Magnus. Luckily, gets the 1, 2, 3 and rides off to the sunset. Big stories about both of these guys wrestling their last match for TNA and heading off to where they're going from here. From here, we go to EC3 and Tyrus going up against Lashley and Anderson. In the past few weeks on Impact, Lashley and Anderson have had one-on-one matches against Ethan Carter III. Tyrus has been the guy to come in and break things up and make it where Lashley and Anderson weren't able to get the win. So that's what sets up this tag team match. In this, EC3 pins Lashley. Yes, the man that was victorious on the Bellator pay-per-view on Spike TV just a few weeks ago, but I guess that doesn't matter because Spike TV and Bellator with Bobby Lashley gave up on Impact, so Impact's not going to do what it what they need and make Lashley the big boy. So Ethan Carter moves on. Of course, they're hyping up his match against Kurt Angle this Wednesday on Destination America on Impact as well. From there, we go to the King of the Mountain match. This was Jeff Jarrett getting the win over Matt Hardy, Eric Young, Drew Galloway, and Bobby Roode. Everyone during this match became eligible to go after the belt. Very fast into the match, Bobby Roode pinned Jeff Jarrett with the schoolboy, who was doing his old school Jeff Jarrett strut throughout the ring as the fans chanted, "You still got it." Bobby Roode with the schoolboy sends Jarrett right to the penalty box. From there, Eric Young attacks him right as he gets out, and he's pinned with the DDT. 1, 2, 3, Jarrett back into the penalty box. From there, Matt Hardy was able to hit the Twist of Fate on Bobby Roode, getting the 1, 2, 3. Drew Galloway was able to hit a jackknife pin onto Eric Young. Both guys sent to the penalty box at the same time where they band together as Team Canada, coming back in and creating a spot where basically Jarrett got screwed up going after the championship. And with that became the pace of the match, as every time Jeff Jarrett came close to getting a pin, it was broken up either by Drew Galloway, Matt Hardy, or by Team Canada. But finally, one thing led to another, with Jeff Jarrett hitting Bobby Roode over the head with a guitar shot, which basically got him the 1, 2, 3 to be able to get eligible into this. But one thing led to another, with everybody falling out of the ring and Jarrett being the only man left inside of the ring. He climbed up at the top of the ladder and he placed the belt on there, which set off wide speculation running through the announce table of this is the Global Force wrestler who won the championship. What is he doing? They're treating this like he won the World Heavyweight Championship right out of Kurt Angle's hands. They're making it seem like Jeff Jarrett taking the title to Global Force Wrestling is going to be the death of TNA, and hopefully, this is setting up the start of an invasion angle that everyone is waiting for between Global Force and TNA, seeing what the future will bring. The buzz that Jeff Jarrett going back and wrestling for TNA has done since Wednesday has been huge. It's probably the most I've seen people talk about TNA in a long time, and it's not even really hit the surface of becoming mainstream wrestling talk, but we'll have to see. I'm sort of excited to see where we go from here. Of course, on Wednesday, Kurt Angle versus EC3. Of course, you also have the Knockouts 3-way for the Knockouts Championship. So, they treated this like it's a pay-per-view. They wanted you to pay $50 for it, but it seems like the big show is going to be on Wednesday, and it's going to be for free on Destination America.